G'day guys, this is Rob from Troutlore.com.au, Australia's fly tying specialist store. Today we're tying this nifty little Hi Vis Cripple. It's a CDC Hackle and CDL dry fly designed for those fish that are picking off the cripples at the end of the hatch. So it sits on the surface, wing forward, giving a good profile to the fish for them to see a lifeless insect. Yet on top we get that flash of orange, so it's easy for us to see, and you'll certainly notice it when it disappears. So let's get started. We're coming in with an Ahrex hook, the FW500 in a size 12. Tie these in a 10, 12, 14, 16, anything that's going to match what is currently hatching at the time. Then it's Veevus 8/0 thread in the brown. We just start just behind the eye and bring thread wraps down to just before the bend of the hook. Trim that off, and then we're going to tie our tail. For that we're using Cul De Canard feathers. So here's a feather I have from the pack. Basically going to just take about 3/4 of an inch off the stem, preen that outwards 90 degrees to the stem, and then rip it off. Once doing that, just pinch those stub ends together, and a little bit of adjustment should get those tips properly aligned like so, and bring them all together. We're going to take basically a hook shanks length to form our tail. So once that's measured out, change to the other hand, 2 loose wraps around, and then pull straight up to tighten, and we'll wrap forward to about the halfway point on the shank. Pull those front stubs forward and a couple of wraps on the bare shank itself to lock that thread off. Then we can come in and trim out those ends. We want to keep this section of the shank as clear as possible and not bulk it up, because we want to make the most of the space later on. Now for the body, we're using Tyer's Nymph-It thread. It's in the copper yellow. What we're going to do is actually tie it in at the top here, so we'll capture it behind the thread like so. Extra wrap around, and then pull that through so it's not quite reaching the tail. Then we will wrap our thread down the hook shank until we get down to that bend. At this point we can trim this Nymph-It thread off to a shorter, more manageable length, and we'll start wrapping the thread back up to that original tying point. Now we're going to take our Nymph-It thread, start making touching wraps, or as near to touching as our eyesight will allow, down the body towards the rear. That first layer that we put on, you're still going to see some of that thread colour through it. We're going to come down onto the tail and just lift the tail up as we're applying pressure so it doesn't pull it down around the shank. And then we start wrapping back up again. This second layer is going to cover up all that thread colour that was shining through and just leave you with the colour of the Nymph-It thread, and it allows us to build a bit of a taper into that body too. So once we get up to the top here, take our thread and capture that off. One wrap behind, one in front, One behind, one in front. That's not going anywhere. And we can pin that down. Now, for the wing, it's made up of two things. The first layer is Upavon CDC. I've selected 3 feathers from that pack that are all nice long thin ones, and align the tips generally to about the same spot. They don't have to be perfect, but get them somewhere near aligned. We'll preen them together, and then with about a hook shank length going past the hook eye, do a couple of loose wraps on that and then pull up, just making sure that that's sitting on top, and a couple more loose wraps forward, pop a wrap underneath, and that's secured in place. The next section of the wing is our high-vis element, and for that we're using Veevus 8-aught thread in fluoro orange. So I've taken about 2 feet off the spool, and what I'm going to do is fold it over 3 times. So fold it over to double, and then fold it over again. So it gives us 4, and then fold it over again. So we have 8 layers of that thread. And then if we take our scissors into the point, we can pull that together to get that end all aligned. Then we're going to take some UV resin. Any resin, doesn't really matter what you're using, and just pop a little drop on the end of that loop, then come in and set that. So that's just going to bind, temporarily at least, the end of that together so that it doesn't come apart and doesn't go anywhere. With that done, we can then take our thread and we'll lay that over the top of the CDC and wrap back down towards the tail, fairly tight wraps. That's in place now. We're going to do an extra layer of binding, but not before we put the feather in. So our Hackle feather for this, we're taking from our Dry Fly Hackle pack. It's one of the light grey dun colours. So we'll just nip off the end, and then we're going to strip down this feather using the ball or the pad of our index finger and our thumbnail, stripping the right hand side of the feather down to get rid of those fibres on that side. That'll give us a nice clean wrap and allow these fibres to sit perfectly perpendicular to the hook shank. It's going to allow us to get maximum amount of wraps into a very small amount of space that we have to work with. Now, saying that, we go to all this work to get a nice perpendicular hackle. It all goes to waste if the base that you're wrapping it on isn't even. So this section here, which is why I've left it for now, we're going to come back and wrap extra onto it, needs to be nice and smooth. So once this hackle's tied in, we're going to go over that quite thoroughly with the thread to make sure that we've got a nice even base. So there's nowhere to kick off the hackle as it wraps around. So having done that, and then just going to peel back about 1/4 inch on the near side to get bare stem, and then we need to align that so that the stem is facing in towards the shank. capture that at the rear with a little spare bare shank above the tie-in point. A couple of firm wraps and then nip off the excess stem. Then we're going to pinch that down, wrap all the way forward, all the way back, and evenly wrap forward to create a nice smooth base to wrap that hackle onto. Having done that, we'll lift that CDC up and just put a few wraps underneath to get the thread out of the way. Now, this is where we take our hackle, the moment of truth, to see if it's aligned, and it looks pretty good. There we go. Sitting perfectly 90 degrees to the hook shank. We're able to wrap very, very close, touching wraps without these fibres crossing over each other and splaying out. Very, very nice hackle that will sit proud and high on the water. Just keep working forward until we get to the end of that thread base. Probably 2 or 3 more wraps. One more. There we go. Bring that up. One wrap behind the hackle. One wrap in front. And another wrap behind to lock that off. Then we'll take the rear of our bodkin, pop a little 1/2 inch in there, twisting that as we apply pressure to slide the thread down so we don't lose any pressure on that hackle. Having done that, we can then come in with our scissors, nip that away. Now it's time just to clean this up. So, first and foremost, take our post to the height of basically to the height of the hackle. Just going to swap scissors for this. There we go. And then the rear, just making sure that it's aligned on top before we do any trimming. We just want that to be a short stub sticking out the rear. So, quick snip on that. And then the rear of the CDC needs to be just ever so slightly longer. As you can see, the underside shows us that nice golden glistening belly. Then for the wing at the front, you just need to pinch all this together, and one clean straight cut like so. Gets everything nice and aligned. Now we just need to whip finish, pulling everything out of the way. A couple of 2 or 3 turn whip finishes in there. It's a little bit fiddly getting it around the posts and the hackle, but that's alright. We can work around that. Once that is locked into place, bring our scissors up, trim that out, and then just to finish that off, we're just going to put the tiniest dot of head cement just in there, just to lock that thread into place. Having done that, we just need to twist it around slightly to align that post to sit on top so that we're seeing it and the fish isn't. A little bit more. And there you go. That's it. It's a fun little pattern to tie. Quite simple, yet ultimately rather fiddly. But with the CDC at the front and at the rear, it floats fantastically. Obviously all of that hackle doesn't go astray either. From the underside, what the fish see is a natural done CDC, natural done hackle, natural CDL, and just that little bit of sparkle to capture their attention. From the top we see a lovely bright light show. So there you go, it's the Hi Vis Cripple. Great little fly to tie, especially going to work very well later in autumn when the fish are sipping and being real bastards. So tie these in some smaller sizes and see how you go. If you want them to sit low in the film, you can always trim that hackle right off underneath and it will sit even lower, but these tend to work with them sitting nicely bolt upright like that. So all the materials to tie this can be found down there in the description as usual. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Every subscription helps and gets us more exposure and allows me to tie more videos for you guys. If there's anything you want to see, leave me a comment. Let me know what you'd like me to tie and I'll see if I can do it for you. And as always, happy tying.